Hello, hello. I'm early, so I am just going to pause myself right here and wait for everyone to come on before I do anything. So I'm just going to listen to some music. A little remix of non-copyrighted music right here. So we want to keep Facebook happy and the artists. So day 2 into so as people come on today, I would love it if you would tell me your name, tell everybody your name, tell me where you're from. So we have got like a minute left before noon. I'm gonna start tagging some people here, like, where are you? Yeah. Where is everybody? Here we go. Yep. And I'm gonna pull you in as I go. And then anybody who can be on, happy. All right. So if I am all right. It's noon. Let's do this. All right. So I have a little uncopywriting remixing going on here because today, welcome. So any new members who are on, or anybody who is on, say hello. Jump on, say hello. Please, it'd be awesome. So I was playing a little remix of Toxic, and there's a reason why I was doing that. And that is because today's topic, Striking Success with SG, is about day 2, I guess that's where we're on, is say no to toxic thoughts. So, you know, what better intro than a little remix of a little song. Anyway, so again, I'm gonna wait a couple minutes here just to let people jump on because it is only 12:01. It is a work day, it is a school day, it is all of those things. So, I don't know about everybody else, but this girl wore her heel. I said every day I would arrive in a heel. So here it is. Different day, different heel. All right, so what is today all about? So did you guys do your homework last night? Everybody have a workbook? No? No workbooks? All right, so, well, let's just jump in, shall we? I mean, I can wait a few more minutes, but let's just get this thing going, shall we? I don't know. So, whoever's on, wherever you're from, tell us where you're from. Hey, how are ya? All right, so day 2. We are at Striking Success with SG, and our topic today is say no to those toxic thoughts. So what are your toxic thoughts? Do you have any? Yesterday we hit on goal setting. You had homework for all of you who had a workbook. All of you coming on. It's still early, as I said. Hey. So, you know, I was giving a little teaser about numbers, etc. So we're gonna find out what that's all about later on. So again, as people jump on, hey, UK, All right, yay in the UK. We're in the UK. That's cool. Love that. We can't travel there, so it's nice to have somebody from there here. So welcome. So yeah, as you jump on, tell me where you're from. And if you have the workbook, let me know. If you don't, also let me know. And I don't know, again, it's a time of the day where it's a little hard to judge how many people are going to be on here. Michigan represent in the house. Oh my God, I sound like a DJ. I really am a coach. But anyway, all right, so day 2. Who did yesterday's homework? Who has the workbook? Somerset, beautiful, awesome. Okay, next time I'm in the UK, I'm coming to visit. Okay, promise, I'll be there. All right, oh, look at you guys. Okay, so as everybody comes on, welcome, welcome. So I had a little intro music playing, but I didn't want to tick off Facebook, so Jody's on. Hey, hey. Yeah, you guys all missed the intro music because you're late. Just saying. So today, day 2, it is all about no toxic thoughts. None. Why? Because they just bring us down, and we don't want that. Brings down our motivation, brings down our ability to have confidence. Then we begin to believe these toxic thoughts that come into us, and they can be from relationships. Like I said yesterday in my first day, I've had my toxic relationships, been in them, been there, done that. And I don't hold that energy. There's no room for it. There never has been. I believe that you have to release it. And it's hard, I understand, but it's better to be released, because the only time you are you're not doing yourself any favors at all by holding it. That negative energy is only eating up you. So it's like drinking the poison in hopes that it'll kill the other person. It's just not gonna happen. Just not. Oh, and just in case you guys didn't catch me, okay, I said a new heel every day. I meant it. I'm just gonna go. So part of the whole thing about being toxic is when people don't want you to show up as yourself. So I can tell you as a coach, this is how I look on, and this is the way I coach. And I might not be for everybody, and that's okay. I'm okay with that too. Because if I let that get into my head as well, that would just be another toxic thought of and about myself. Why would I engage in that? It wouldn't do me any good. So let's get straight to it. So many of our limitations are internal. So does anybody have a toxic thought or have had a toxic thought? If you have, throw out a comment, throw out a 1, just let me know. We've all been there. We've all had toxic thoughts. It doesn't mean that it happened like last week, but just anything that might have been a time in your life where you thought, okay, why am I here? Why am I listening to this? Why am I taking this? Whether it be a coworker, a boss, a partner, a schoolmate, it doesn't matter. But those toxic thoughts you have to get rid of, because our beliefs in ourselves and the world prevent us from accomplishing these magnificent, wonderful things that we really want to do, and that they are living, and we are allowed then to live an extraordinary life. And that is what I try to instill in all of my clients, is that this life, you have one. You have but one. So make sure it counts, and make sure that it is about you. And I know that sounds like such a selfish thing, and it is. To some people that might sound incredibly selfish, but it's not. Who is going to take time for you if not you? You are the best person to know yourself inside and out. So show up for yourself in every way. You are stronger than what you think. Give yourself more credit than what you do right now, because believe me, you will soar. Ladies, you will soar. So, okay, let's go into step 1. I go off on these little tangents, sorry. So, listen to your inner dialogue. So if you have your workbook out, which is this beauty right here. Not because I'm on it, but just because I like the name. So if you have the workbook, follow along. All right, so first step is transforming your inner thoughts, is listening closely. So journaling is a great way to do this. It's what I do. I do it every day without fail. I journal everything. So when I've left this earth, which won't be for like another 100 years, left this earth, the notes that people will find, they'll be going, huh? But they're there, and I journal it. So sit down in a quiet place and begin to work through your thoughts and your feelings. Because it's so important to do this. Because, negative self-sabotaging is only holding you back. So remember that. Whatever it is that you are holding within is holding you back from being confident, from being successful, from being you. So don't let it affect you. Don't let it get to you. You have to do this to get through and work through your feelings. So I find that journaling to do that is just one way of getting there. There's also many other deeper ways to get there that I do in my coaching. But right now in this is where we are, day 2. I want you to do this. Start to journal your thoughts and feelings and be real. Nobody is seeing this book or this journal but you. So make sure you are being authentic when you're writing it. Don't make stuff up to make it sound good. I think my dog's coming in. And don't make it live. Yep, he's in. Yes, don't make it up just because you're afraid somebody might see the journal. Just be real and let it go and release it. Because limiting yourself to old beliefs, again, is not doing yourself any favors. You will not get confident. You cannot grow confidence, which then confidence leads to success. So you're stifling yourself by not showing up for yourself and not truly believing that these toxic thoughts, these toxic ideas are doing you nothing. They're doing you no good. You are self-sabotaging your own self and limiting your own self-worth by listening to all the toxic stuff that people throw at you. So again, day 2, say no to toxic thoughts. So this is in the workbook, and I hope that you ladies are doing it, and gentlemen. And if you don't have a workbook, please let me know and we will get you one. So number 2 is label thoughts as helpful and unhelpful. Instead of labeling thoughts as good or bad, because that seems really negative, try asking yourself what things are helpful and what are unhelpful. So a helpful thought moves you toward your goal. An unhelpful thought moves you away from your goal. So all of us want to be closer to the goal line. I want everybody here to be millionaires. And there's absolutely no reason why that can't happen. Like, none. You just have to follow the guidelines, follow what you truly believe, listen to what I'm saying, take heed in what I'm saying, because it comes from a place that I know well. This is why I'm driven to coach. Okay, I will make sure if you click, we will get you, if you direct message me, I've just got somebody who said they don't have a workbook, so direct message me, and I will make sure my team gets you a workbook, okay? So for sure, we just need your email to do that, all right? So then, again, I'm going back to those unhelpful thoughts that move you away from your goals. So you kind of, it's like, keep your eye on the prize. Whatever that is, whatever your goals are, focus on that. Focus on them as goals already achieved. So if you're in your mind a millionaire, then act like the millionaire. If you're already the boss, then act like the boss. If you're already the rich man, like I said yesterday, then be that rich man. But always, always, always let go of the negative. Let go of the toxic. Let go of the self-sabotage. Let go of all of those things you hang on to that only holds you back from all the things that you could be. Get rid of the ideas that are, everybody is going to judge you in one way or another. Everybody. There's not anyone out there who is not going to judge you some way or another. So let it go. And it is hard, I understand that. But with work, I'll tell you right now, it's 100% doable. I mean, do not worry about what others thought. If I worried about what others thought, I wouldn't be sitting here. I wouldn't have written a book. I wouldn't be coaching. I would still be, I don't know, working in the corporate world, making a good, yearly wage, but working for what? And working for whom? And what good would I be giving back? It took a long journey to get here, and now I'm sharing that with you and what I've learned, and it's what I coach, and it's what I know. And these things come from a deeper place. Yes, they're in a little bit of it is in my book, and I went over it yesterday. So if you saw the replay, that's where it is. So number 3 is explore your unhelpful thoughts and write a whole new story. I mean, this story can be anything you want it to be. Remember, I said yesterday, let your 3-year-old imagination run wild, but on paper. Write out everything that you want. So if there's toxicity in your life, if you are doubting yourself, if you are having these thoughts that you cannot achieve your goals, if you are worried about what other people are going to think, then get rid of those ideas. Get rid of those thoughts. They're not doing you any favors at all. And I said, you won't allow yourself to believe I'll give you an example. If somebody were to say something negative about your child, you'd be all over them. So give me a yes. Like somebody just say, give me a 1. If your child was being, spoken to poorly, you would be all over that. So again, I want you guys to interact. I want you guys to fire off whatever. I mean, come on, give me some, be interactive out there. I mean, come on, let's face it, your kid, your sibling, whatever it might be, if they were talking badly about you, are you not all over them for being negative and talking poorly or bullying or whatever the word is that you want to use of the day? I call it toxic. I say it's all toxic. So get rid of it. Toxic relationships can paralyze you from being your true self. Your parents can paralyze you from being your true self because you're not supposed to do this, you're not supposed to do that. They don't know better. They're not thinking, they're thinking, but they're not thinking in the way that I think or the way that other coaches that I interact with think. It is believing that you've already achieved these things. And that's what it's all about. So really, it is about what you can do with your mind. It really is. And it's a marvelous, marvelous thing. So use it and write this out. I mean, write it out in a whole new story as you, with no limitations, with anything achievable, with all your goals already achieved. So if that's opening up a gym and starting your own enterprise, your own corporation, it's all possible. We've been conditioned, but not on purpose and not with malintent, but we have been conditioned to not think this way. We have been conditioned to be happy to take our 9-to-5 salary and go. I can make my 9-to-5 salary now in a month what it took me to make in a year. And that's what I'm teaching everybody here. And throughout this week, that's what we're going to learn. We're going to learn to shift our thinking and realize that we are capable of doing whatever we want. We just have to work on it, get rid of some of these old beliefs, and continue to move on. So, right away, ladies and gentlemen, right away, because that's where it happens. What experience, off track. So ask yourself why you think and feel the way you do. And what experience has happened in your life, good, bad, or indifferent, that makes it feel so true, so raw? Like, what is that? I mean, I'm sure everybody's had a moment, and if you had a moment, be interactive here and give me a 1 or an emoji. If you've had a moment at all where you felt out of line, where you felt like somebody was bulldozing you, or you felt like you were bulldozing yourself, or you are bulldozing yourself, this is the time to speak up, because I'll tell you, this is when it all happens. I mean, and then once you've gotten to that bottom of what it is exactly that you are either, you're holding that toxic thought, whatever that might be, and where it came from, then flip it. Flip that toxic thought. Like, get rid of it. So learn what it is, realize what it is, and then get rid of it. And again, I, through my coaching, will teach you how to get there. This is just one step in the process, in these booklets. But you know what? It is good stuff. And it's not good stuff because it's mine. It's good stuff because it's anywhere. It's available anywhere. It's just, we don't go looking for it. We don't even think this way. We think completely out of the realm of everything being possible. And we put ourselves in these little boxes. As moms, you know, or wives, or girlfriends, or whatever it may be. And yes, I'm speaking mostly for women here. You know, we get told we get suggested we shouldn't wear a heel after a certain age. I bring it up every time because it's one of my things that I just can't stand. It's a personal thing. I believe that we can do and wear and be and grow to whatever level we want. It is us that stops us from being the better version of ourselves, whatever that is for you. That is why I'm so passionate about what I do. That is why I get so fired up when I talk about these things. When I see people walking around and I know, I can almost intuitively see that they're not being authentic just by the way they're acting. And anybody who has intuition will know it too. You know, I think it's very true of a lot of people. We all, you know, we know when we're in toxic. We know when we're listening to toxic. But we don't quit our job if it's toxic because we need the money. So we think. But we'll learn differently as we go through this week. You know, we tolerate things that we will never tolerate because we don't want to rock a boat. We don't want to hurt somebody's feelings. We don't want to be selfish. We don't want to take the time for ourselves. We don't have anywhere to leave the children. The list and excuses are endless. We can live in our toxic mind or we can let it go. Like I said yesterday, I've been in toxic relationships and I'm okay with that. And guess what? If I saw those people on the street today, I would still say, hey, how are you doing? What you been doing? I hold no grudges. I hold nothing. I let it go. What is the past? I have an opportunity as a human being to walk away from anything I don't like. And damn it, I do. And I have for many, many, many years. And anyone who knows me would know that is me. It's the authentic Sarah. I will not. I don't have to. Nobody has to. So, you know, it's like the job. That job that we go to because we're told we have to go to because we make a really good salary and we're too afraid to leave. And the boss is toxic, the environment is toxic, but we go in every day and we do our thing and we come home and we're not happy, we're miserable, and boom. And we complain and then we're just harder on ourselves. But we get up every morning and we do it again, and we do it again, and we do it again. Why? Why do we continue? Because we have an old mindset, an old paradigm that hasn't shifted us into what we are capable of becoming once we let go of these beliefs. Once you let go of the toxicity that is in your body and in your mind, you know, you start to become free. because you've released yourself. You've released yourself to become better, do bigger things. Those big goals don't seem big anymore. Those challenges are not big challenges anymore. They become mundane challenges and you want to up your game. You know, these are all things that will bring you into light of owning your own self-worth. So again, I cannot insist enough how important it is to let go of the toxic thoughts that you carry for whatever reason that you carry them. Take the time, I always tell my clients, take the time and be selfish. You know, if you need time for you, do it. Do it. Be selfish, damn it. Be selfish. Take an hour for yourself. Go to the gym if that's what you want to do. Go get your hair done. I don't know, do something frivolous. Go shop for something you wouldn't normally do. Those are like really small things, but sometimes what you need is just a small thing to realize, God, that felt good. And I deserve that. And then you realize you can go and do bigger things, but take the time, whatever that is. If that means just take an hour of your time to read a book away from the rest of the family, just to be with yourself and be present, do it. Because believe me, when you're toxic, you are showing toxic. You are giving toxic. You are presenting toxic. And everybody around you feels it. Everybody. Your kids, your partner, the rest of your family, they know when you're unhappy. They might not say anything, but they know it. So I'm saying, start to release it. Find out what the source is, and then learn to start to release it. It's a slow process. It's not going to happen overnight. But the minute you start to do it, I'm telling you, success. Ladies and gentlemen, absolute and utter success. You'll have it right here. You have it right here. You've always had it. You just need to find it. You just need to find it. And believe me, find it you will. Stick with me for this week, and I'll tell you by the end of it, you will be, just amazed at what you'll find in yourself. It's not something I'm doing. It's what I'm getting you to do. This is not about me. This is about you. So we're going to find what works for you through these workbooks. And you're going to do the work. I'm just here to guide and be the vessel to get you to the next step and the next level. As a coach, it's not my job to force you to do anything. My job is to help you find the place where you want to be, what your end goal is. What is it? You have to know that for yourself. I cannot tell you that. I can't give you that information. But believe me, if you do this workbook, it'll start. You'll start to resonate with it. You'll start to realize what you're not showing up for. You'll realize that, God, there are little toxic things that I'm carrying over from childhood that, God, I could have let go like 30 years ago. Why didn't I? Gosh, my sister pulled my hair once and I freaked out, and I'm still carrying that anger and that energy and that toxicity around. It's just an example of the simplest little thing. It doesn't have to be big. It's just something, you gotta let it go. So again, I am gonna hit on these points again, and that is, don't be worried about what other people think. God, don't be. There will always be somebody who will judge you. It does not matter what it is. Trust me. I say it all the time. All the time. If it's not your hair, the way you dress, God, I wear heels all the time. I'm also, that people think that's bad. I'm too old to wear a heel. I'm too old to dress like this. Whatever. That is my authentic and unapologetic self, and unfiltered, telling you exactly what I think about other people's opinions on how I dress, how I look, how I show up for myself. As long as I'm happy, as long as you're happy, and successful, then everybody else will follow. They'll realize that you're the healthier person. They'll want to be around you. They'll want to be around you because you are showing up for yourself in the most authentic way you could possibly show up. That's what the energy is that you will give off. And that is the energy that people want to be around. And that is the energy, ladies, of success. Is step out of your own way. Just get out of your own way and do it for you. Don't do it for anybody else, because that's all the wrong reasons. You have to 100% all in on yourself to do this. And you can. You can. You can be just, we can all be like Cher, you know, and be rich men. We don't need anything else other than what we want to focus on. The goal achieved. So if you want to be a millionaire, be a millionaire. If you want to own a corporation, own a corporation. If you want to open a business, open a business. If you want to be a coach, learn how to be a coach. If you want to do, there's so many things, whatever that is. If you want to be a designer, go back to school and be a designer. I mean, there are just too many options. But I am here to teach you how you can get through those hurdles and get to the end goal. And I'll tell you, we will push through it. You will push through it. And that's what's important through all of this is the toxic thoughts. You have to open up and be receptive to maybe reliving them just to get rid of them. And sometimes that's the hardest part because we tuck them so far away, we bury them so deeply that we don't want to bring them up again. But it's okay to bring them up again because it's letting that release of those toxic thoughts that is inevitably going to be the win. You are going to win the game if you let that go. So, again, any questions, any comments, leave them for me. Q&A is Saturday, so I want you guys to be prepared for that. Do your homework, for sure. Do your homework because there's going to be a little quiz tomorrow. So I'll make sure, like I said, anybody who doesn't have their workbook will have it. And ladies, we are so striking for success. We're striking success. We are going to do it. We are going to strike it. And we're going to go for it. So I want everybody to be as passionate about themselves as I am as passionate about you. Because the end of the game for me is seeing that everybody else is shining inside out. As I always say, confidence is inside out. That's how you come across to everybody else when you're confident. You sit here, you talk, you show up for yourself, you be whoever you want to be and be unapologetically you. Be authentically you. Get rid of the toxic. I keep saying it and I'll say it and say it again. Set those goals high. You can achieve what you believe. It's all in here. You just have to move it. And it's just a pendulum. That's all it is. You just have to make it happen. You got to take the first swing. Don't be afraid. That's what holds us back, is our own fear. And you don't want to do that. One life, ladies and gentlemen, one. You have two choices. Live it really freaking well or just settle. I refuse to settle. So I guess my option is live it well. So that's what I'm doing. And I want everybody else to do the exact same thing. So, all right, continue to explore and rewrite your unhelpful thoughts. That is your homework. Do that. Because tomorrow, be ready to share a thought. So something you've transformed into a more helpful belief about the world or yourself. So again, something tomorrow. So I want to know. I want people to comment. I want you to comment when you're on here or leave a comment in the group. If there's something that you've written about and you want to share, comment it here tomorrow. That is your homework. I have probably taken up enough of your time on Monday. On day 2. It's Tuesday, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Yes. So, ladies, I am going to sign off. But again, I'm going to go over them one more time. Questions. So, saying no to the toxic thoughts. Get rid of those limiting beliefs. Unload those toxic things, whatever they may be. Show up for yourself. Set those goals high. Set the bar high. You can get there. Goals achieved. Get out of here. Get it out of your head. You can do whatever you want to do. Show up in the best version of yourself. Why would you not want to do that for yourself and everyone around you? Do it for that reason. Do your homework. Do it. Do your homework. I promise you, if you do your homework, take the time, because tomorrow I want to see comments. Because I know everybody has a workbook, or almost everybody who's in this group. And, oh, yes, before I go, we need to have a winner for, since I've been hyping this number thing, I'm going to give you a little insight. All right, so one of you lovely ladies, and I'm going to do this differently. Normally I do a draw, but today I'm going to do this based on who showed up for the live. Because we have some new people in the group, so thank you for joining. And there'll be another surprise tomorrow if you do your homework. So, do your homework, and whoever actually applies the homework and then puts a comment in, I'll pull from that. But today, I'm going to let you know that we have a numerologist. So, how perfect, how fitting. So, it is the hermit numerologist, Lindsay, whom I adore. And I have actually used her. And it's all via FaceTime, so you don't have to, you can be anywhere in the world. So, the winner for that is Janet. I see Janet's on here. So, Janet, you're in. You are going to be the person who gets the reading with the numerologist. So I will put you two in contact, or I will have my team put you in contact with one another. And yeah, and if that's not your thing, then you know what? It'll be the next person. I'll give away 2 of them tomorrow if it's not Janet's thing. All right. So ladies, that is it for me, SG. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for joining the live. Thank you for being part of the group. I am grateful. This is Striking Success with SG. We will see you back here tomorrow. Watch the replay. I know I've got a lot of people in the UK. Thank you for coming. I know I have people in Australia who are asleep. We'll watch this replay later. So I thank you for coming on a Tuesday afternoon and spending the time with me. So remember, get rid of the toxic. Goal setting from day 1. And we are done for the day. We'll see you for day 3. All right, guys, have a great day.